With growing older, very interesting experience.
You look great, though, by the way. Can I just say that?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
No stuff done.
No?
What if everything you thought you knew about Hollywood's brightest star was just the tip of the iceberg? At 91, Shirley MacLaine is ripping the veil off Tinseltown, revealing secrets so raw they'll leave you speechless. From explosive on-set feuds to a marriage that defied every rule, her confessions unravel a life of dazzling triumphs and hidden heartaches. Did she really live past lives in Atlantis, or share a soul with her dog? Why did her daughter call her a stranger? With a $250 million empire and a trail of broken barriers, Shirley's story isn't just gossip. It's a roller coaster of courage, betrayal, and cosmic twists. Buckle up, because what's coming next will rewrite everything you thought you knew about Hollywood's fearless icon. You won't believe what she's held back. Until now. Before finishing high school, Shirley bolted to New York, snagging a gig in a subway rendition of Oklahoma. Hooked on theater, she graduated in 1952, ditched Arlington, and reinvented herself as Shirley MacLaine, dropping the tricky Bay for her mom's maiden name. She kicked off in the chorus of Me and Juliet, but her big moment came understudying in The Pajama Game. When lead Carol Haney went down, Shirley dazzled, including producer Hal B. Wallace, who locked her into a Paramount deal. Her debut? Alfred Hitchcock's The Trouble with Harry, a quirky hit that nabbed her a Golden Globe. Then came Around the World in 80 Days, filmed while pregnant with daughter Sachi. In a twist, she and husband Steve Parker sent Sachi to Japan with Steve and his mistress, a choice that later strained their bond. Compare that to now. Shirley's revelations show a woman who fought for control in a chaotic industry, her past resilience echoing in her bold present. Hold on to your seats. Shirley's not the only star with jaw-dropping news. Frank Sinatra, her Some Came Running co-star, handpicked her over Marilyn Monroe, betting on her depth. Back then, he pushed for her character's dramatic exit, landing her an Oscar nod and proving she was no lightweight. Today, his legacy looms large, but recent whispers of financial woes from his estate, tied to mismanaged royalties, paint a stark contrast to his high-rolling past. Shirley, though, turned chaos into gold. In 1960's The Apartment, she played Fran Kubelik, fragile yet fierce, earning another Oscar nod and global praise. Director Billy Wilder and co-star Jack Lemmon rode that wave too, but Jack's later years brought struggles, health battles, and quieter roles, unlike Shirley's enduring spotlight. Her boldest move? 1961's The Children's Hour with Audrey Hepburn, tackling a taboo love story. It was groundbreaking then. Now it's a testament to her fearlessness, even as personal choices, like Sachi's upbringing, haunt her still. What if one role could rewrite your entire legacy? For Shirley, The Children's Hour did just that, subtly exploring a lesbian bond in a Hays Code chokehold. She and Audrey never dissected it, but the film's tragic end mirrored Hollywood's old habits. Audrey's grace defined her past, yet her later humanitarian focus shifted her narrative. Unlike Shirley, who's revisiting hers with raw honesty. Shirley's brother, Warren Beatty, also hit Hollywood, tweaking his name but never matching her fire. Today, he's a footnote, while she's rewriting headlines. Off-screen, Shirley's life was a whirlwind. During Around the World in 80 Days, she balanced motherhood and stardom, a stark contrast to today's reflective confessions. Her financial savvy shines brighter now. Luxury cars like a Rolls-Royce and Mercedes-Benz, a Rolex-heavy watch collection, and properties from Beverly Hills to Vermont. She even owned a Gulfstream G650 jet, jetting between gigs and getaways. Here's the kicker. Shirley's wealth isn't just glitz, it's strategy. She launched a production company, inking deals with top studios, and partnered with a luxury fashion brand for an accessory line that screamed her style. Her car fleet and timepieces, like Patek Philippe classics, reflect a taste honed over decades. Real estate? She's got prime spots in New York and beyond, all backed by ironclad insurance covering health, assets, and career hiccups. Unlike peers who splurged, Shirley diversified. Investments, not impulse buys, built her fortune. Compare that to Hal B. Wallace, her early mentor turned adversary. She sued him over contract disputes and won, a far cry from his fading influence. Her lessons? Stand firm, spread your bets, and protect what's yours. As Shirley's story unfolds, it's clear, her past battles forged a present that's equal parts triumph and truth, leaving us hungry for more. Can one role redefine an era? By 1969, Shirley didn't just star in Sweet Charity, she birthed it. Pitching the project to Universal, she handpicked Bob Fosse, a first-time director she trusted from her Broadway days, despite his wife Gwen Verdon originating the role on stage. Shirley's clout got a top producer axed when he clashed with Fosse's raw vision. The $20 million gamble, $150 million today, flopped at the box office, but her dance in If My Friends Could See Me Now remains legendary, echoing her ballet-honed roots. Today, her financial empire reflects that same boldness. Her net worth, now estimated at $200 million, grew from $750,000 deals in the 70s, $6 million today, for unmade projects. Future projections? Her savvy investments could push it to $300 million by 2030. Shirley's luxury lifestyle screams strategy, not flash. Her car collection, think vintage Jaguar E-Type and modern Bentley Continental, pairs with a Patek Philippe watch collection worth millions. Her real estate empire, valued at $80 million, spans a Malibu beachfront, a Manhattan penthouse, and a London townhouse, all snapped up during career peaks. A Gulfstream G650ER jet, insured for $70 million, keeps her mobile. Business-wise, she co-founded a production company with a Netflix deal and holds a 10% stake in a sustainable fashion brand. Insurance? Comprehensive policies cover her health, properties, and film residuals, a lesson from early contract battles with Hal B. Wallace. Unlike Frank Sinatra, whose estate now grapples with dwindling royalties, Shirley's diversified portfolio thrives. What's the cost of living fearlessly? Shirley's marriage to Steve Parker, sparked in a 1952 Manhattan pub, was anything but conventional. Engaged 4 hours after meeting, they wed in 1954 as her star rose. Steve, unwilling to be Mr. and Lan, moved to Japan in 1956, producing films while Shirley conquered Hollywood. Their 28-year marriage thrived on freedom. She in America, he in Japan, both open about other partners. She once confessed on Oprah in 2011 to 3 romantic encounters in a single day during a 70s campaign, shrugging it off as living fully. Her co-stars, like Clint Eastwood in 1970s, 2 mules for Sister Sarah, felt her spark, though she sidestepped Jack Lemmon's charm and Jack Nicholson's edge. Today, her rat terrier Terry is her true love, a shift from her wild past to a grounded present. How does a mother's choice ripple through decades? Shirley and Steve's daughter, Sachi, born in 1956, faced a childhood shaped by her mom's career. Sent to Japan at 6, Sachi grew up with Steve and his partner, seeing Shirley only in summers. Shirley cited a risky Hollywood, drunk nannies, kidnapping fears, as her reason. Sachi once felt secure, but her 2013 memoir painted a lonelier picture. Boarding school Christmases alone, financial cutoffs, and a fake job offer. Shirley allegedly dangled to end a romance. Shirley dismissed it as mostly fiction, but the rift lingers. Compare that to Audrey Hepburn, whose humanitarian pivot softened her legacy, or Bob Fosse, whose directorial gambles paid off. Shirley's past choices, 25 films in 15 years, political stints for McGovern, clash with today's reflections, yet her impact endures. Shirley's wealth lessons are timeless. Her $200 million fortune, built on diversified investments and fierce negotiation, contrasts with peers like Dean Martin, whose later financial stumbles dimmed his Rat Pack glow. Shirley's real estate, like her $15 million Malibu pad, was bought low during 60s booms, now skyrocketing in value. Her watches, Audemars Piguet alongside Rolex, double as investments. Insurance policies, from health to asset protection, shield her empire, a move Jack Lemmon, battling health issues late in life, might have envied. The takeaway? Bet on yourself, diversify early, and never let sentiment cloud strategy. As Shirley's saga continues, her blend of courage and calculation keeps us glued, wondering what truths she'll unearth next. What happens when a star trades scripts for soul-searching? By the early 70s, Shirley vanished from Hollywood, chasing meaning in Africa's tribes, India's ashrams, and Bhutan's peaks. Her 1975 documentary The Other Half of the Sky captured China's pulse, earning an Oscar nod and showcasing her global heart. Back then, she was a restless artist. Now she's a reflective sage, unpacking those years with raw honesty. Her real estate empire, $90 million strong, includes a $20 million Santa Barbara ranch, a Paris pied-à-terre, and a Tokyo condo, bought during 70s lulls. Her cars? A Tesla Model S and a classic Porsche 911 Turbo. Watches like her Vacheron Constantin gleam alongside a $75 million insured Gulfstream G700 jet. Unlike Anthony Hopkins, whose later financial missteps stung, Shirley's production company and ecotech startup stakes keep her fortune soaring. Can one feud steal the show? The 1980s ignited with a change of seasons, where Shirley and Hopkins clashed so fiercely the director was swapped mid-shoot. He called her obnoxious. She shot back, "Feelings mutual." Then came 1983's Terms of Endearment, a powder keg with Deborah Winger. Their rivalry, Winger's late arrivals, skirt-lifting antics, and leg-licking stunts, turned the set into a circus. Director James L. Brooks leaned into the chaos, and it paid off. Shirley's Oscar win in 1984, beating Winger, was her crowning glory. "I deserve this," she declared, a nod to her decades-long climb. Winger's smirk faded. Shirley's star burned brighter. Today, Winger's quieter career contrasts with Shirley's relentless relevance, her past battles now legendary tales. What's the price of living unapologetically? Shirley's 1983 divorce from Steve Parker closed a 28-year chapter of transcontinental love. Their open marriage, him in Japan, her in Hollywood, baffled outsiders, but she called him her soulmate. Their daughter Sachi, raised mostly by Steve, aired her pain in a 2013 memoir, recounting lonely holidays and strained ties. Shirley brushed it off, but the rift lingers. Compare that to her turning point role in 1977, where she fought director Herbert Ross to portray a mother's sacrifice, art mirroring life. The film's 11 Oscar nods cemented her depth, a far cry from her earlier comedic roles. Her insurance, covering health, assets, and film residuals, shields her $220 million empire, a lesson Deborah Winger, with fewer safety nets, might have needed. Could a book redefine a legend? Shirley's 1983 memoir, Out on a Limb, stunned with tales of past lives, UFOs, and a 35,000-year-old spirit named Rampa. Mocked by David Letterman, she fired back, unfazed. The 1987 ABC miniseries drew 30 million viewers, blending lunar flights and alien chats. Critics scoffed, fans devoured it. She doubled down, claiming past lives in Atlantis and a nomadic death by Steve's hand. Her fearlessness, then and now, sets her apart from peers like Jack Nicholson, whose wild days settled into reclusion. Shirley's wealth lessons shine. Her $10 million streaming deal, $5 million fragrance line, and diversified bonds outpace Clint Eastwood's narrower estate. Her $25 million Hamptons estate, bought in the 80s, now triples in value. Watches, Cartier tank alongside Patek, double as heirlooms. Shirley's story teaches resilience. Her empire, from a $15 million London flat to a $100,000 a year insurance plan, reflects calculated risks. Unlike James L. Brooks, who leaned on single hits, Shirley spread her bets: real estate, tech, and media. Her other half of the Sky foresight mirrors today's global storytelling, while her term's triumph over Winger underscores grit. The takeaway? Embrace your truth, invest widely, and outlast the noise. As Shirley's saga races on, her blend of defiance and wisdom keeps us hooked, craving the next chapter of her untamed life. Can one confession rewrite a legacy? Shirley's recent bombshell about Anthony Perkins, her 1958 Matchmaker co-star, stunned fans. Paid $25,000 to his $75,000, she felt an uneasy vibe, never quite cracking his guarded persona. Perkins, privately wrestling with his identity under studio pressure, pushed for her equal pay, a gesture lost in their chilly dynamic. Today, she's at peace, choosing solitude and her rat terrier Terry over drama. Her $250 million net worth, up from $50 million in the 80s, could hit $400 million by 2040, fueled by a $100 million real estate empire. Think a $30 million Napa vineyard, a Miami penthouse, and a Scottish castle. Her cars, a Ferrari 488 and a restored Mustang, pair with a Breguet watch collection. A $90 million insured Dassault Falcon 8X jet keeps her global. What's the cost of a fractured bond? Shirley's daughter Sachi, sent to Japan at 2, grew up with a governess while Steve Parker battled personal struggles. Shirley's rare visits felt like stranger meetups, her career, spanning Valentine's Day to Bernie, taking precedence. Sachi's 2013 memoir Lucky Me spilled tales of loneliness and wild claims. Like Shirley saying Steve was a clone with an astronaut dad from another galaxy. Shirley called it fiction, but the gulf widened, no happy ending in sight. Compare that to her turning point role, echoing maternal sacrifice, or her Downton swagger, clashing with Maggie Smith's poise. Sachi's story mirrors Anthony Hopkins' later isolation. Unlike Shirley's vibrant present, honored with a 1998 Cecil B. DeMille Award and a 2013 Kennedy Center nod from President Obama. How does a star turn quirks into cash? Shirley's Out on a Limb sparked laughs, but her 2011 memoir I'm Over All That and Out on a Leash, co-written with Terry, blended gay rights and alien tales with charm. Her Saging While Aging dove into acupuncture and synchronicity, penned from her $10 million Santa Fe retreat. Her business ventures, a $20 million podcast network, a 15% stake in a wellness brand, and a $5 million vineyard deal, rival Jack Nicholson's quieter bets. Insurance, covering health, assets, and residuals, guards her empire, a move Deborah Winger's leaner portfolio lacks. Her $40 million Manhattan loft, bought in the 90s, now quadruples in value. Watches, Chopard alongside Vacheron, double as legacy pieces, unlike Clint Eastwood's simpler holdings. Could a dog outshine a dynasty? Shirley's bond with Terry, her soulmate over any man, led to claims of shared lives in ancient Egypt. Her Santa Fe life, steeped in meditation, contrasts with her 60s whirlwind alongside Frank Sinatra and Audrey Hepburn. Honors from Julia Roberts at the 2012 AFI Life Achievement Award to Maggie Smith's Downton respect mark her reach. Her wealth lessons shine. Her $15 million streaming deal and $8 million book royalties outpace Winger's fading spark. Real estate, from a $12 million Aspen chalet to an $18 million Dubai flat, reflects buys timed with career highs. Unlike Bob Fosse's risky bets, Shirley's diversified tech, media, wellness, ensuring growth. Her $150,000 a year insurance, from health to jet coverage, secures it all. Shirley's life screams one truth: live boldly, love fiercely, question everything. Her $250 million fortune, built on real estate, ventures, and residuals, dwarfs peers like James L. Brooks, who leaned on single hits. Her Napa vineyard, bought for $5 million in 2000, now fetches $30 million. Cars like her Lamborghini Urus and watches like her Piaget Polo scream style with strategy. The takeaway? Diversify, protect your assets, and never fear the unconventional. As Shirley's story closes, her blend of stardom, spirituality, and savvy leaves us craving one more glimpse into her galaxy-sized life, wondering what mysteries she'll unravel next.